Good morning, everybody, or afternoon, depending on where you're from. I always forget.
Yeah.
It is my morning. It is not everybody else's morning. But it is almost the weekend, or depending on where you are, it is the weekend for you. So
That's
happy
true.
Friday.
Yeah. Or Saturday.
Or Saturday.
Anyway.
Who knows? Well, even the people who are 12 hours ahead, it still is Friday. So, but
We're not going to mix the people who are 23 hours ahead, but we're not going to go there. Anyway.
Well, yeah. I mean, that's really far. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good morning, Emily.
Good morning.
We are back for Coding with Sam. I do not have Kim Coleman today. I have a different Kim. I have Kim White with me as just the person in case I get stuck on the code. Hopefully I won't. I think it's a pretty straightforward code. So this should be a pretty simple edit to the code. We will be adjusting the code a little bit. But today we're going to talk about when you want to offer a membership level only for a limited time. So this would be a great use case for a cohort or some kind of training that you want people to sign up for before it starts, and then they either can keep access forever or after a certain time, or they lose access after the cohort or training is complete.
I also thought, because I had a customer who did this the other day, which isn't my favorite way of doing things, but I understand some associations, they actually had a different level for each year of membership. So they had the 2023 membership, 2024 membership, 2025. Something like that could be helpful.
Oh, yeah. That could be a different, another use case. I mean, in that case, you could end up with several membership levels that you may not want to keep up with the content for.
Right.
Depending on, all of that. But that is definitely a way to see who is within what year. Yeah.
Right.
So this code recipe is actually going to give us an error saying it's no longer available if we try to check out past the cutoff date. So what we will be editing in the code is setting what that cutoff date is. For my example, I did create a membership level for a December cohort that expires January 1. And the only thing I did in membership settings levels is I created a second membership level group called Cohort. And if I edit this level, I'll show you how I set it up. I just named it December 2025 cohort. It's $100. And then I'm using the set expiration date add-on for this level. You don't necessarily have to do this. I just thought it made the most sense for the cohort type use case. But if you want them to keep access to the content for like 6 months, you could just erase this and set an expiration. It expires in 6 months. Or you can not set an expiration at all and they can retain access for life. So I will go ahead and put back my 2026-01-01 so it will expire January 1st, 2026. This gives them the full month of December for my cohort. So that's what I did there. Okay, so now to set that cutoff date, I'm going to copy the code recipe and I'm going to use the Snippets plugin by Code Snippets Pro. We have no affiliation with them. We just love the code snippet. So cutoff date for December cohort. Always label your code recipe. That way you know what it is. And then the brown text above is a great resource to know what it does and where you can go back and find it on our site. That way it's breadcrumbs for fail safe and nobody needs to worry about anything. Okay. So now what we're changing is I do see a date here. So change to the date registered where the date registration ends, and we want it in the year, month, day format. So I'm actually going to make registration in 2025 11:30. So I want people to join before December 1. So my cohort will run from December 1 to December 31st. I'm pretty sure there's only 30 days in November. I could be wrong. I don't remember the rhyme from school.
I'm looking at my calendar. It's 30.
It's 30. Okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I have that date, and then I would imagine level ID.
Good.
So
I was wondering, am I supposed to tell you or let you find it yourself?
I'm gonna find it. You have to just tell me if I get stuck.
Okay. Yes.
All right, so the level ID is going to be this number 11 in the first column on our levels settings page. So when I go back to edit this, I'm going to change the ID to 11, which I should have done first if we're, going in order. But I only want to limit this to level 11. I don't want this to apply to all of my levels. The date is going to end November 30th, 2025. They have to sign up by then. And then let me see if there's anything else I have to edit. I would imagine that's it. They get the level of checkout. It does check the date, allowing signups. Okay. Now, Kim, am I missing anything? I don't think I am.
No. But let's run it and we can talk about some of what it's doing.
So we'll save and activate it. And then if I go to, well, let's do it. I can go to the checkout page this way. So it will let me check out right now because we're not to November 30th yet.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I meant to turn this off. Oh, spelled my name wrong. I almost typed my actual phone number. I don't want y'all calling me. Love y'all, but please, I don't need my actual phone number on YouTube. Okay, so I checked out. It did let me check out because, like I said, we're not at the date yet. But to show you what error I would get if I was to change this date to yesterday's date of 11/13, and I save the snippet, I don't know if it'll let me check out again. Probably not.
Well, you already have the level.
Yeah. Let me just get rid of it.
No, keep the level. I'm curious what you'll see. Keep the level for a second. Will it show up still?
Takes me to my account page.
So you see what happened. Oh, it takes you to your account page and go to
I can't
change.
check out for it again.
You can't. Okay.
So we will. No, I don't want to edit it.
No.
Want to change it?
No, you want to cancel it. Oh, or you just, yeah.
I don't need to refund myself.
Yeah.
It's fake money anyway. Okay.
Yeah.
So now membership levels, I should not have. Why did it take away?
So
it took away the option.
Right. Because that when we were looking at the code, remember there was a second function on the bottom. And if you look at that, it said that remove level from levels page and stop new signups. So I'm kind of wondering if this needs to be refactored. Because if you, so what that function is doing, it actually is checking the, it's turning it off.
The date.
Yes.
and turning it off. So if I refresh
I don't know
this
who
page,
would see the message. Yeah.
it says no, it won't allow signups.
Right. So even if you were to remove that snippet, that stays the same. So I'm unsure what the rest of that snippet is the top is doing and to who. That's why I wanted you to stay logged in, like to see what would happen. But once you turn that off, that isn't an option and people will be steered away and they're not going to sign up. So
yeah, so we almost don't even need this error.
Right.
This section here from line 21 to line 50, this whole section.
Right. Almost.
That I've highlighted.
No. Because isn't that where you're defining the date? Oh, no. Go up. Where are you defining the date? Oh, that's in another part.
I define the date.
Globals. Okay,
global
that's making
here
globals. That's not part of that function.
To 19.
Now, maybe if we didn't turn off the thing, I wonder, we can do an experiment. We could remove turning off the sign up thing, the second function.
So from 51 down, or do I still need 74?
No, just turn that off, because all that's doing is turning off the level.
I only turn that off.
And then save your snippet. Go back to the level and make it purchasable, for lack of a better word.
So for people watching, what I did is I edited the level, and then in other settings on the level, there's a disable new signups. I unchecked it because the code checked it for me. But you have to, erasing that code is not going to uncheck it. So I had to go back in and uncheck it. Okay, so
now let's see if that message becomes something that's useful. So obviously they can still see it. Do you want to just go turn off billing address? I'm just saying. That would be in your Stripe settings.
I thought I did this before. Accept payment on the site. Billing address, no. Okay, save. This will make it easier. So if I refresh this billing address will be just
there. You go.
That will make it faster for you guys, and you don't have to watch me fumble with my fake addresses. Membership for this level
now
no
it doesn't.
Available. Now
so I'm curious. Yeah. I personally, well, the other thing was shutting it off. I don't know. It's like two different ways to do the same thing. Like if you still want to show that the level exists. Now, once of all, when you hit that turn off signups, that level still exists. You have people in there. They still can access their content. It's a working level. It's just that, and you could assign people that. It's just that no longer can they check out for it. So I perhaps, if you wanted to show it in the back end, perhaps we need to update the documentation on that.
Yeah, well, I mean, even what I could update in the blog post when we're done here is just the option of not having that bottom half of the recipe in there, or even rewriting it and just like taking that as a new snippet of like, if you're doing this, here's an option for you to say disable signups completely for that. So
anyway,
you could do it another way.
Troubleshooting in real time.
That's the fun part about coding with Sam.
Yes. And we're working now to, so we have like over 300 code posts and things going on our site. And we're constantly trying to keep them up to date, but sometimes we don't. So if you as a user do find something, please notify us. Say, this isn't working as expected. And we're pretty quick to update documentation that's incorrect. But we need, we just extra eyes because sometimes we miss stuff.
Yes. Yes, we do. I mean, and there's so many and there's only so many of us. So, I mean, with how many code recipes we have, I could be doing coding with Sam until I retire. So
yeah. So
and they keep. I mean, we always like create more.
Right.
So it's never ending.
So maybe we'll have to do this again once it's fixed.
Maybe, or I could record like a video, not live. I could do a.
But I think it's
coding
very
with Sam
handy
by
because
herself.
people do like automate. Because the other option for this is just the morning of January 1st or December 1st, you go in and you check that thing.
Right. It totally could be a manual process and not
Right.
have the code for
But
it.
many of our users don't want to do that, especially if they're run by the developer, not the person themselves. And it's nice to know that automatically that's going to fall off and not be available.
Right. Emily Sparkle is wondering if they could put this as an ACF field in that they store their commit date in a custom field. I think, Emily, I would recommend explaining the use case for that in the community a little bit more. I know what your site is, but just for more context around the commit date and what you're doing with that.
I imagine you'd have to customize that thing that turns it off. That's because that function that's turning it off is using the global of that date. So if you had a global set somewhere, so you have the global variables. So anywhere you're setting a global for this particular thing, that function is using it. So that's a little.
And it's also, again,
above
Emily,
me.
this is also per level. So for your use case, you would have to put different levels in that global as well, or have multiple code recipes in your site that's like, okay, this restricts registration for this level and this one restricts registration for that level. If I remember your use case correctly.
Yeah. Or it might just have to be an array or something.
Yeah. If it's the same date. If it's not the same date, then
right. If it's not the same date, you'd need another.
Yeah. And then the other question Emily had was the hiding address thing is Stripe only.
Well, number one, address. Okay, when you're testing with Paid Memberships Pro and you're using the test one, the billing field will be there. That's just part of our test, where it says test sandbox, where you're not using. But if a gateway requires billing addresses, it will appear. If you're, and in Stripe, you have the option to show it, or you can add our plugins to show it. But if you're using PayPal or Stripe and you set that, yeah, it should go away. It shouldn't be showing up unless you have another gateway we're not aware of. Some gateways do require it.
I think also with like Stripe, there are certain payment methods that you can set up within Stripe that require it. And then also it can be based on regional as well of whether or not it's required. So
right. Yeah. So it could,
but this is testing. This is like everything I'm doing is in a test mode. Right. So
yeah. And if it's required for that different payment method in Stripe checkout is going to ask for the address.
Not directly on your site. Right. Yeah. Perfect. Okay, so before we go, I just want to go over what we have coming up. I keep forgetting that I signed myself up for this. I'm going to be presenting in Open Office Hours. Kim Coleman will be my host, and I will be going over how to restrict access to anything inside WordPress. We have a blog post on, I think it's 28 ways or 28 WordPress things that you can restrict access to. And I'm going to see how many of them I can get through in an hour. So if you have I really need you to demonstrate this one, please call it out. Let me know so I can try to hit that. We'll see what I can do in 1 hour. Because I don't know. We'll see. It'll be interesting. And then on Tuesday at 9:30 a.m., we will be having a community co-working hour. This is a great time to get your questions answered from the PM Pro team. You can jump on a Google Meet. It's typically Kim Coleman and I. This past Tuesday, I had Kim White, Christy, and I.
And Christy,
So it's a great place to talk to us, get your questions answered. We want to know what you're building and working on. It's always fun to hear what our users and customers are doing. So if you're not in our Slack community, you do have to be in the Slack community to join. And I will drop the link on how to join in the chat. And yeah, so the 20th, we have the open office hours with me. And then I'm also back on the 21st with another Coding with Sam. And then we have a week off for Thanksgiving.
Thanks. For the U.S. Thanksgiving.
For the U.S. Thanksgiving. And Black Friday is that Friday afterwards. So we will be taking a little bit of a break for the holiday, and then we'll be back in December. So that's all I got for you guys today. And we'll be back on the 20th. Stay tuned for a message from Kim Coleman.
I hope you got some value out of what you just watched. If you're serious about building a profitable membership site, the fastest way to launch or scale is with a premium plan at paidmembershipspro.com. We've made it as affordable as possible to get started, and most people who upgrade stick with us for years. Why? Because they're making money, and we keep delivering expert support, premium add-ons, and a private community of over 1,000 creators building businesses just like yours. Click the link to compare plans or keep learning. We'll see you in the next video.